Downtown will be hopping this week. Both the Walleye and Mud Hens playing at home as we welcome in Brad Woznicki from the Toledo Mud Hens. And Brad, the month of May not kind to the Toledo Mud Hens.
Yeah, the month of April, you saw the Mud Hens come out of there with a record of 16-10, and right now in this month of May, a record of 6-12, bringing the Hens to 500 on the season. And the offense has been a concern. Also, the amount of runs that Hens pitching has been allowing. 113 runs allowed this month, being outscored by 53 runs, while the Mud Hens on the season hitting just 251. And the strikeouts have been piling up. The Mud Hens have the 6th most strikeouts in the International League.
Now, Toledo on the road the last 2 weeks, going 4-8 out in Iowa and Omaha. And, you know, a lot of the folks at BCSN work the Mud Hens games as well. And with the Mud Hens being on the road, that gave some of our folks behind the cameras a chance to do some other work as well. This past Saturday in East Lansing, Indiana, Michigan State, Big Ten baseball. And check that out. Yeah, that's Danny Struffalini, works for us.
A line drive grab there, and you wonder how you're going to react when a ball comes your way, and taking that line drive away. And I got to tell you, Mark, I think he might have taken someone's job there from Michigan State defensively, making a play like that. That was worth multiple looks, and great recognition for Danny.
You see a line drive, no fear, stuck it out, bare hand makes the grab. Great job by Danny on that play.
I retweeted it right away when I saw this video, and it was number 9 on SportsCenter's top 10 plays. I told Danny, should have been top 3 at least.
Well, we'll see if he makes the top 5 for BCSN Sports Nightly in just a little bit later on tonight's show. So Danny Struffalino, he made a great play. Who else has stood out to you from the Mud Hens players thus far this year?
Well, let's remember what Tyler Nevin and how good of a start he got off to this season for the Mud Hens. He was leading this team offensively, was batting well over 500 before he was called up to Detroit, and he was up with the Tigers for about 3 weeks, and that limited a lot of the at-bats that you would expect him to be getting day-to-day with the Mud Hens. So it takes a little time to come get that form back and get back to being just comfortable at the plate consistently. Well, now 12 of the last 14 games, Tyler Nevin has had at least 1 hit.
One of the things we've seen over the last couple of years with AAA and minor league baseball is Major League Baseball uses the minors to try out some new things. We saw that in years past with the bigger bases, the pitch clocks, and this year we're seeing that with the automated strike zone, the robo-ump. We saw it in Toledo a couple of weeks ago. How has that system been working out in your opinion?
Well, I think it's been real simple for the first half of a series, because if you're a player and you have a debate on the call with the umpire, all the umpire's got to do is point to his ear. That's where the call's coming in, ball or a strike. Then you get to the rest of the weekend where you have that challenge system, and this is where I love it for the fans, because you put it up on the video board, fans get to see exactly where that pitch came in on the strike zone, whether it made it or not. And it really gets them involved, keeps them involved in the game, and it's very similar to tennis, where you might argue if the ball hit the line on a serve or if it was out or not. This is where that similarity comes in. Again, it keeps the fans involved. I love it.
Now this week, the Walleye are home, so are the Mud Hens, as Rochester coming to town, games Tuesday through Sunday downtown.
Yeah, Rochester right now is at the bottom of the International League, and they're hitting just over 250 on the season, so their offense hasn't been very successful, and they have not been a very good road team. So this is an opportunity, and I think expectations for the Hens to come in and take this series as the Mud Hens trying to improve at home, and Rochester, a team that we haven't seen this season. So yeah, I know the Mud Hens have had their fair share of struggles against teams that may be in the bottom of the International League, but hey, the summer's warming up here. Let's get the Hens bats heating up.
All those games live on either BCSN or BCSN2, depending upon what the Walleye are doing as well. Brad Woznicki, thank you so much for coming in tonight.
Thanks for having me.